the idea for this video was borrowed from CraftyMasterman. Fuel is kinda important. Without fuel, you wouldn't have access to many of the items we have in Minecraft. We would have to go without cooked food, shields, netherite, green dye, glazed terracotta, and cracked bricks if we didn't have any fuel in Minecraft. Oh no, no more cracked bricks? What a tragedy. So naturally, with fuel being this important, you'd want to use the most powerful fuel you have at hand to perform your daily needs. Well, we have been working hard to uncover the answers to questions that nobody asked for, and after less than a week's worth of non-peer-reviewed studies, we finally discovered the most powerful source of energy there is in Minecraft. Is it the lava bucket? No. No, it's not. Okay, it is true that the lava bucket is the strongest fuel source when we're talking about smelting items. It's able to smelt the most items, being 100 of them with a single bucket, followed closely by compressed dead stuff and trash bag. In order to calculate how much energy it takes to melt something down, we need to use this equation. All we need for this equation to work is the mass of the object or how heavy it is, as well as its latent heat of fusion, which is the amount of energy it takes to melt the material of the object down. Which sounds really similar to the result we're trying to get, but it's not, trust me. Now that we have a master's degree in physics, let's see which materials we're going to use. There are a lot of things we can cook in Minecraft, but I just went with the 3 easy options: copper, gold, and iron. And now all I had to do was to plug in the numbers and get our results. Gold gets the copper metal, needing around 13,000 megajoules to melt all 100 items. Copper gets the iron metal, needing around 20,000 megajoules to smelt all 100 ingots. And iron comes in first, with the gold metal needing around 21,000 megajoules to melt all 100 ingots. That's pretty ironic if you ask me. I swear I have friends. This means that one lava bucket can produce at the very minimum 21,000 megajoules. This amount of energy equates the output of more than 5 nuclear power plants and can power an average American home for just over half a year. However, at the start of the video, I did say that the lava bucket was not the strongest source of energy in Minecraft. That is because using a furnace to calculate how much energy you can get from an item is incredibly inefficient, because when you burn something in the furnace, a lot of the heat travels outward, so you lose a lot of energy. So we need to transfer the energy we get from that fuel into something directly, and luckily there is something in Minecraft that does that. Be honest, you've forgotten about this item already, haven't you? A furnace minecart doesn't work like other minecarts. Instead of being just a movable furnace, you need to feed it coal in order to power it, which causes it to move. And not only will it move, but it can also pull up to 4 minecarts behind it as well. I think you can see where this is going. Also, lava buckets can't be used in furnace minecarts, so we can't really calculate the energy of that. But we can calculate the amount of energy that one piece of coal can produce. In order to calculate how much energy a piece of coal can produce when put in a furnace minecart, we need to get the distance traveled by the furnace minecart per fuel, its acceleration, as well as the mass that is being pulled. Let's get the first 2 values out of the way. According to the Minecraft wiki, a furnace minecart will travel for around 720 meters per piece of coal at a velocity of around 4 meters per second. In order to calculate the acceleration, because yes, the acceleration is different from the velocity, we need to get the change of velocity and divide it by the time squared. Fortunately for us, there isn't really a change in velocity since it instantly gets powered when it has fuel in it. And the time traveled is 1, so, well, dividing 4 by 1 is, well, 4. And we have our acceleration. And that leaves us with the mass that the furnace minecart is pulling. Now, I could assume that they're all chest minecarts, but instead let's have the players sit in the first minecart just to add that extra bit of weight. But why not just have them all have players sitting in them, you might be asking. Well, you see, remember how I swore that I had friends? That was actually a lot. So first we need to calculate the mass of a minecart. An iron ingot in Minecraft weighs 1/9 of an iron block, which amounts to 875 kilograms per ingot. A minecart takes 5 iron ingots to craft, which means one minecart weighs 4,375 kilograms. And a China golden apple takes 8 gold blocks to make it Minecraft 1.2. Each gold block has a weight of 19,300 kilograms, and the weight of an average apple is 0.2 kilograms. This means that each enchanted gold apple weighs around 154,400.2 kilograms. Now let's calculate how much we can put in a minecart. Let's say the player sits in the first minecart. Each player has 37 inventory slots, which they can fill with shulkers that have 27 inventory slots each that can be filled with stacks of 64 enchanted golden apples. We also need to consider the remaining 3 chest minecarts that are being pulled. Each chest minecart has an inventory space of 27, which means that we have an additional 81 inventory slots full of shulker boxes full of stacks of enchanted golden apples to work with. If we were to add everything together, we would get 31,482,734,900 kilograms. That is the weight of over 4,200 Eiffel Towers, 165,000 blue whales, or 1/9 of the Earth's population. And we haven't even plugged it into the actual equation yet. Speaking of which, hypothetically, if we were to do that, we would get 90,670,277,000,000 joules. That is equivalent to over 21,670,000 kilograms or 21,670 metric tons of TNT, around 13,000 TNT blocks in Minecraft. It amounts to more than 21,670,000,000,000 calories, enough to feed more people than they are on Earth, or one person for 23 million years. That amount of energy all in one spot equates to around 47 billion degrees Celsius, over 3,000 times the temperature of the sun. And may I remind you that we are still talking about one piece of coal producing all this energy, making coal undisputably the most powerful source of energy in all of Minecraft.